are jumping into our next conversation, and as I mentioned, I'm joined this morning by Libny Rodriguez. She is one of the candidates for this year's Miss Universe Belize competition. Good morning, Miss Rodriguez.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's such a pleasure sitting down with you and hearing a bit more about your story.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
Now, I can't imagine what your experience is like. I really can't. I've never been in this position, but I do know that Miss Universe and Miss Universe Belize is one of those pageants that it's highly coveted. It's extremely challenging and rigorous. And so perhaps we can begin with your interest in the first place in this competition. Why did you want to be a part of it?
Okay, so to start off, I'll be telling you guys a little secret.
Okay.
I actually applied last year.
Really?
And I was not selected. They gave me opportunity to grow, to experience stuff. And this year, I had no hopes of joining in simply because my baby was born sick and I wanted my focus to be on him. And I had a baby cousin, baby Ishmael. Many of you might know him. He passed away and that completely changed my mindset. I wanted to be the voice for people and that pushed me to wanting to do this. There's not a lot of people that advocate for children with disabilities, so I wanted to be a difference in their lives.
So that's essentially your platform. You are advocating for children with disabilities. Yeah. And it comes from the story of a relative, a baby that was close to you. Speak about that, because when we look at pageants in this day and age, I think it's a lot less about the beauty aspect and more about the voice that you are using, what you're passionate about, using your platform, whether it's social media or just engaging with people and speaking about a cause that's near and dear to your heart. Speak about children with disability. What have you been observing here in Belize?
All right, so last year, November, I gave birth to my baby boy. Unfortunately, he was born with a malformation called gastroparesis. This is basically whenever their intestines, sometimes their stomach in a hole, are grown outside of their stomach, like outside of their body. It was extremely difficult being a new teen mom, experiencing all of this stuff. My parents and my families are from Independence and I was here at the KHMH hospital. But I also had, like I mentioned, my baby cousin Ishmael, who was also facing many complications, one being hydrocephalus, which is the buildup of fluid in his head. While I was in the hospital, I saw many mothers struggling to buy food, to just be able to stay somewhere to sleep. And that really opened my mind to so many things. Like we are focusing on so many other stuff when these children are our next generation. Yeah. Like we have to protect them and we have to do as much as we can. Seeing these babies suffer is truly heart-wrenching.
And so are you using your platform to highlight that this is something that is taking place more prevalently than we recognize, or is it that there are lack of resources that is needed for families and children faced with this?
Well, honestly, both. Because before my baby got sick, I wasn't really hearing about sick babies. I didn't know that they had a NICU department with over 20 babies. So I'm highlighting that, but also highlighting the fact that there are many babies here in the Belize that have to go abroad to get the medical care that they so deeply deserve. And many of these families have no financial support. And that is what I'm trying to be I'm trying to raise funds, do fundraising, do all sorts of stuff just to be there, just to show the people that these babies need our help.
That's a super ambitious task to take on yourself. I can tell you oftentimes we highlight families on the news and even on the morning show here that speak about the whatever they're in need of. And it's usually coming with a hefty price tag. But I definitely admire your advocacy. It's very different. I can tell you that for certain. I want to take the conversation down a little bit of a different path, because you spoke of being a teenage mother and a mother in general. And I think we've seen one of the changes to the Miss Universe organization being that they are welcoming mothers as well. What did you make of that announcement when it did come around? Because you said that you were interested from last year. I imagine you would have already had your son by then, yes?
No, actually.
You did not?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had him in November.
Okay.
And I had applied a couple months prior. Honestly, I did not see myself being a teen mom. It happened, and many of the time it just happens, right? And I'm not here to encourage it. Like, you know, if it happens, and you have to take responsibilities. And I'm also showing that, like, you know, even though being a teen mom, it did not stop me.
Yeah.
I am here, I'm pursuing my dream, I am making a difference. So it truly impacted me with the whole organization of the Miss Universe Belize, opening doors for so many mothers, so many women in general.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about what the journey has been like so far. I believe it's been just about 3 weeks or so since the activities have full-on been taking place, yes?
A month or so.
A month or so. But I understand that we're still running into it. You guys had like an intensive week, which is very different. I understand there's also like this a reality show where they're showing behind the scenes, very different as well. And then there's pageant week, which is next week, leading up to pageant day, which is June 20th. Talk about the entire experience, Libny, from intensive week to being a part of this entire production and now preparing for the final week, which is next week, and then pageant day.
Okay, so for the intensive weekend, it was honestly like nerve-wracking.
When you say intensive, how intense was that?
It was intense. We had to wake up like 4 o'clock to be ready and went to sleep like 12 o'clock in the night.
But what do you do? What are you guys doing?
So many activities. Like, I went in not knowing how to do my makeup.
Oh, okay.
Thankfully, like, you know, during this intensive weekend, they taught us how to do our hair, how to do our makeup, how to walk, how to dress. And that was what made the intensive weekend so amazing. Like, it was so many things I've learned, but it was challenging. When I found out I was pregnant, I did not use heels for a couple months, and going into that, I had to wear my heels all day long. But overall, they always tell us practice makes perfect. And I brought my handsome coach with me today. His name is Micah. He has been nothing but super amazing to me. Coming into this, I did not have so much as financial support other than my mom and my partner. And when he reached out to me, it was truly amazing because he's my speech coach. He's my, like, you know, he helps me with my walk. He helps me with every single thing. And that has been truly amazing. Leading up to pageant week, it has been wow, because so many people are reaching out to me wanting to help with the donation towards these children, because even though Advocacy Month is finished, I want to continue. Like, this is not something that I'm just going to stop because pageant is over. So I had people reach out to me. I sent a couple donations, Pampers, whatever I can. And the intensive weekend also taught me about all of the stuff that I did not carry during that weekend. Which was like the pads for your eyes.
What do you mean pads for your eyes?
They have like these heating pads, and it's so helpful because that you, like, you know, you have on makeup all day, you're stressed, this is going on, that is going on, and it's just calming. Like, I have like 3 packs home. Okay. Which is not enough, I might say.
So some beauty essentials.
Yes, definitely. Like, you know, just basic stuff which I did not knew since I jumped into this, like, out of the blues, I would say.
My understanding of it, it's like a beauty queen boot camp weekend. But of course, the work goes beyond that weekend that they are calling the intensive weekend. As I mentioned, you are approaching your pageant week, which is next week, and then the final stage. I want to ask you, do you feel that you have what it takes to be the next Miss Universe Belize?
Well, thank you for this question. I truly believe I have what it takes. I come from a very humble family. This is something that no one from my family has ever done, has ever dreamed of doing. And I have just always been a bit different. always wanted to do my very best, to be in the spotlight, to show what is missing in our country, not only our country, but the universe. My passion, the way that I am driven for this is just, I can't even put it into words. Like, I don't know, like, I honestly can't put it into words. My heart, anytime someone's asked me this, like, my heart just melts. It's like the things that I would do with this title, like, with being a beauty ambassador and having this title would open so many doors for these children. It's not about me, it's about them. So I would open programs, I would do workshops, I would make fundraising. It would be so much.
Well, the good thing about it is, I think, just being a part of this competition, you're able to do that with or without a title. And so even coming on the show and sharing what your advocacy is and what's near and dear to your heart is a step in that direction. I want to ask you to share some words with our viewers and young girls watching who might be in a similar situation that you were and probably are counting their future as lesser than because of perhaps what took place, maybe becoming a teenage mother. Explain to them that that's not the end of that road.
No, it is not. When I found out that I was pregnant, it honestly felt like, I don't know, like my world was crumbling. I was super scared. It was not planned. I was just employed. So it was truly a struggle for me. But I remember my mom being so supportive of me. And she was like, babies are a blessing. They will push you to be what you are meant to be. So my baby, he has changed me. If you, my baby.
Oh my goodness, he's so cute.
Yeah, so this little guy has just shown me how to be a better person. He pushes me. He's my inspiration. So if you're in a position that I was in, just know that you will make it out, and don't allow it to hold you down. Allow it to push you to move forward. Cause this little guy, hi.
And he has such a TV personality, smiling at us over here. Well, Libny, this has been such a pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing your story with me, and of course, our viewers by extension. Do you have any last words that you'd like to share with us before we wrap up?
Well, I just want to thank you guys for this opportunity. Like, I'm just truly grateful. And if there is anyone out there that is struggling with their babies, reach out to me. I will try my very best. I will reach people. I will help open doors for you, so don't be afraid.
And I know that there is a voting process taking place.
Yes, there is.
How can we vote for you?
All right, so all you have to do is message 3444.
Okay.
And then you type the delegate's name that you want to vote for. So vote for me, guys.
3444.
Yes.
So 3 and then 3 fours. That's it right there. Libny Rodriguez, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
We take another quick break now, but don't go anywhere, because from one pageant conversation into another, this time we'll be talking about Miss World. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.